What is going on YouTube? My name is Bancroft. Thank you for tuning in. Today we got a matchup and it is SS4 Son Goku and SS4 Vegeta, aka SS4 Vegito, taking on Son Goku, beginning of a legend. Like always, if you guys enjoyed the content, let me know by putting stuff down in the comments. Hit those buttons down below as well. And yeah, let's kind of get into it. So I piloted the Son Goku deck. Jason from our locals played the Vegito deck. So I'm going to do my best to kind of like recap what we did as we kind of go through it, but just kind of go into the decks themselves. Son Goku has the ability to kind of like quickly search for cards. I play the Gohan and Krillin, which allows you to kind of thin the deck out just a little bit by playing the other counter. When you play Gohan, it plays the Krillin and vice versa from the deck. But then it has cards like Piccolo and Vegeta, which are fairly cheap to play, which can restand themselves at the end of your turn if you have the Z-Unison, and the Z-Unison gives cards blocker. So a lot of protection, and it is green, and because you're trying to go to the Unison route with it, you're going to have dormants ready to go whenever you want them. On the Vegito side, you have Union-Potara, you have the ability with the Z-Unison to help you kind of maximize those resources, playing cards very cheaply, even just using Overwhelm as an option as well, and kind of doing a light version of spamming the board while kind of removing threats. But yeah, let's kind of talk about the action. So here I'm going for the attack, and I'm searching for top 5 for a 4 or less Saiyan, Earthling, or Manekian card. I do pull the Gohan here, which I kind of mentioned earlier, which will allow me to play the Krillin from the deck. Going into his defensive play here, we're trying to see if he wants to combo a card off, which since he did go first in this matchup, it would probably be best to kind of get that Z charge off right off the bat. That way he could go into his turn 2 playing the Z Unison, and yet he does end up comboing out here. And I just play the safe route. Yeah, there we go. I played a safe route, which will just to go on, like I said, which plays the Krillin. I think he missed the burst. He did. So on the front side for the SS4 Goku and Vegeta, it's auto once per turn, burst 1. When one of your Son Goku, Xeno, or Vegeta Xeno cards is using a combo, you draw 1 card. But you do need a burst for that effect. So we did miss out on that one, unfortunately. And then, like I mentioned, it's 4 or less life, or if you have the Unison in play, it's hybrid, go down to 6. So here he's getting an attack off to kind of just get some damage before he awakens. Because on the front side, you lose the combo aspect here. So like right there, he comboed again, missed out. But on the back side, you have the permanent. You could choose battle cards from under your black Z Unison when choosing cards with the Union-Potara skill. And then auto once per turn, when your black card with a Union skill or a black Z Unison attacks or activates blocker skill, you draw 1, and then it gets plus 5,000 power for the turn. So you're maximizing the ability here by getting the swing on the leader, comboing the card off, and yada yada. So he now has the Z Unison kind of established. He's awakened. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of how set 24 I feel like he is. Like every deck could pretty much, I think every deck from the last couple sets could just awaken primarily almost on turn 2. So here he's playing the searcher for anything with SS4 in his name. You add 1 card to your hand, but you could add a second card to your hand if you do got a bomb deck card. And here I'm just double checking the counter here, which is a really good counter. And it took black long enough to get one of these. But for those who aren't familiar with this particular one, it is the SS4 Son Goku, SS4 Vegeta, striking a weak point, which is also overwhelm 5. But the counterplay, if your leader is black, you play this card. Then if your leader gets plus 5,000 power for the turn. Permanent, if you have a black Z Unison with a 2 or more markers in play, you can activate this card's counter from your hand without paying its energy cost. So, we got the Trunks ban, the Yamcha limited, Charismatic limited with some Vegeta. So we finally got the black one, which is kind of nice. Auto burst 2 when this card's play, you draw 1, add 1 card from your hand to your Z energy, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 5 or less, sent to the owner's warp. So it's a good removal card. It's free to play. It's a 20k beater, so like you're not missing anything. You get a draw, you do lose a card from your hand, but it kind of helps the Z energy for future plays. Here I'm kind of like figuring out what to do, and I end up just kind of going for the combo because the way I've always felt like the early turns for this Gohan and Krillin, they're just combo pieces. That way I don't have to use anything from my hand. I pay 1 energy. Now I have 2 cards I can combo with during my opponent's turn. I am taking the life, but I'm setting up the Z energy for future plays. And I'm getting the Unison on board, which this Unison, I talked about in my profile. It can't gain markers by any means. Like, it can gain markers, but not through its normal effect. So wait, in order for it to gain a marker, a card with blocker has to be removed by an opponent's skill, and then you get add a marker to it. Outside that, the first plus or minus, which is 0, you draw 1 card and you give one of your, I think, green battle cards blocker, and then the other one is your opponent discards 1 card, if I recall correctly. So I'm able to go into the awaken. But obviously, in turn order, I got the swing off first, get the search, awaken. It's only a 15k, so I'm swinging the units. I just wanted to get the draw off it for awakening. But what makes this leader so good is the activate battle on the awakened side. It is once per turn, but you can do it during your turn or your opponent's turn. You draw 1 card, choose up to one of your cards to get plus 5,000 power for the battle. So in this case, I swing with the Unison, and I make it at 20k afterwards. But as a defensive play, that is really nice. Your opponent swings 15k, leaves it that way. Cool. Activate battle, draw 1 card. It's now 20k for this battle. Sweet. And here I kind of play the duo once more. It's really just, like I said, thinning the deck out. But now this is where it kind of like blossoms a little more. So both Gohan and the Krillin have an auto. When one of them gains blocker, the other one will gain blocker. Unfortunately, I think in the moment it slipped my mind that he had pulled this counterplay to his hand. I don't remember if I was trying to just fish it out of the way, but I did explain to him like, hey, both these cards will gain blocker during this turn and to have it for your turn. So I think he went ahead and just procced it to get rid of at least one of them, which is, the right choice. That way I'm tapped out. Now, granted, I am playing green. I do have a Unison in play. Dormant can be activated at any given moment, but if I don't have it in my hand, he has a wide open field. So we end up passing turns back over to him. I don't think touch base on it too much, but the SSB Vegito Unison, activate main once a turn. You place 1 card from under this card to owner's drop. You draw 1 card. And how do you get cards underneath it? The +1 auto, win this card or one of your black cards with a Union skill attacks or activates blocker skill. Place 2 black cards from your warp under this card. It does have a -3 effect, which activate main. You place 1 black battle card with an energy cost 6 and a Union skill from your warp, which is pretty nice. But the card itself could pretty much just set itself up. Now, granted, you do need cards in your warp to get that off, which he does not have yet. So going for the 20k attack off the bat. And as you can see, no dormant scene here. He has three open energy. But I still have life. He has life. I have life. We haven't been super aggressive yet. So going down to 5 doesn't hurt. If he wants to play anything cheeky, like this card right here, which is a double strike crit, I do have other ways of getting around this, which would be homicidal clones, which is pretty nice. So yeah, so he gets over him off the bat, which now he can benefit off the Unison's ability when he makes the attack with that. But yeah, he swings here, and I'm just going to take the life to play a blocker token. No, sorry, I have Krillin still. So I just completely just say, no, I'm not taking that damage. So here we go. He's getting the searching for the Unison, or getting the cards underneath it. And the leader has an activate battle once per turn, where you can use up to 2 black cards with 5,000 combo power from under your black cards or Z-Unisons, both black, and a combo of their skills negated for turn, which is really good. It's just additional pressure. And I mean, a lot of times when you do fusions, that's what made Jiren so good, I think, when they had the Dispo added to it, which allows you to combo a card from underneath one of your Jirens. So like this has the same engine. The cards you're using to kind of Fusion-Potara, Union-Potara, whatever, don't actually go away, and you can still benefit them later in the match. So here we got a pay 1 going on here. He is activating a Union-Potara from his hand. And he's playing SS4 Vegeta, sparking offense and defense, which is a double strike barrier blocker. And it has a auto limit 1 burst 2 at the end of your turn, switches card to active mode, which is really good. And here he goes for the swing, and yeah, here's how it goes. I knew I did it turn 2. I just didn't remember exactly when I did it, and that does kind of like suck that it's the end of his turn. So, but I just didn't want to take the 2 down. I didn't want to risk going down to 2 life, knowing that he could so easily put double strikes on the board. So here I'm going over my Z deck, trying to figure out is anything worth playing out of this. And I think ultimately, yeah. So I pay 2 energy, and I'm going to end up playing most likely a Faded Rivals Son Goku here, just to get rid of that blocker, because it does ignore barrier, which is kind of nice. And I did put one of those Krillin / Gohans back into my deck, so if I see the other piece, I could just pay it later on the road and just pull it back out, not have 2 blockers. Here going for double strike, just trying to get him down to 3 life. And he had the exact same, negate blocker card in his hand. So here I'm just trying to see if he could poke at it pretty much. Try and get him to use the blocker token. Was just swinging with my Unison. And I don't think, no, I have used the Goku's ability already. I did use it on the Faded Rivals. So this Unison is just a 15k that I'm swinging at his lead. No, okay. I thought I used it for earlier match. I guess I was wrong. Or earlier attack. So yeah, now the Unison is a 20k. I combo up to 30k, and I'm really just comboing this card off because I need to search for pieces. I think I'm trying to get. I want to make sure either I have a dormant or I'm on turn 4. I'm ready to do whatever I need to do. So he does. On leader swing, he activates petrification. I don't think he discarded a card. I might be mistaken. But here I play Vegeta for one last energy. And this is just to snipe the blocker, get out of the way. And that way I have a clean attack with Vegeta to his life again. Which Vegeta is a 16k battle card. So in order for Jason to get out of the sack, he does have to combo 1 card. And unfortunately for him, it is a super combo, which is a little bit excessive. But hopefully he got the cards he needed to his hand. And here we're activating the plus or minus on the Z-Unison to give Vegeta a blocker, which also the Goku has a additional auto. When one of your battle cards gains blocker by when you're getting green Z-Unisons, you can send a green card from your drop to your Z energy. Sorry, a green battle card. So going into his turn 4, with 3 open life, I'm tapped out. I do have the energy marker still ready to go if I need to use it. The question is, did I get dormant at this point? And while we wait for Jason's next play, I'm just curious what you guys think about these decks. Are you playing either one of these? If you are, let me know what you think about them as well. So looks like he's going for an Overrealm. Going for this Vegeta here. Don't remember at the top of my head exactly what it does. I think it can be play through like the combo, like kind of like set 18 Goku Vegeta was. Let me pull the card up real quick actually. If your leader's backside is Black Vegito Xeno card, you have 2 or more energy. When you have a Son Goku Xeno card in your combo area, one of those cards using the combo from your hand as card. Oh, it just allows you to set up. Okay, so he's just overwhelming it to 20k. It is crit though. So he has overwhelm set up. He has a crit on board. He's start with the crit right off the bat. And here I do activate Dormant. I did get it, which is nice. And I will discard a card, which will allow me to put the effect there, which means after this attack, he only has one more attack. And luckily enough for me, I had a blocker on board, and I did combo off the token just to get rid of it and keep my Vegeta alive for the next turn. So Jason only having one more attack left this turn. The question is what? Yeah, secret rare. Was not expecting this. I will tell you that for sure. This secret rare has triple strike, and it can restand by warping 3 cards, I think. Not warping, sorry. Bursting 3 cards, and I think discarding 3 cards. But he is under dormant, which I'm fine. But still, depending on what's in my hand and what he can combo with, this could be very deadly. And we can see I do have the Awakening Rage negate, and I just paid the 1 energy just to stop the attack. I'm not going to try to combo out of this, whatever he's trying to do. And I'd say what was benefit about this particular matchup was that Jimmy did have the buy, so he was kind of helping Jason in the background to make sure Jason was getting the plays correctly and whatnot. Where Jimmy has played this deck before, and I think this is one of the 2 decks Jimmy's actually built. And here I'm just letting him remind him that the dormant effect, how it works, because so many new negates lately have been like non-leader or non-unison, and that's what he kind of assumed at first. For just Jason doesn't really play a lot of green decks, so I just kind of remind him, hey, no, it's you only get one more attack, and that is it. So he does restand the secret rare, and going into turn 4 for me, depending on what I have in hand, I think we can see it. I do have the 8-drop Goku, which is a board wipe. I am starting strong with a double strike, just kind of like poke at his life to see what he would do with it. And I'm activating the leader's ability, because the thought process here is that, yeah, I could have paid 4 for the big boy, but if I could get him down to 1 life, then every attack is life, is game for me. So I just want him to waste cards to combo out of this attack. Which he ends up doing. Which is fine. Here I'm just giving blocker to Vegeta, which gives me an extra draw. Recycling our Z energy where we want it. And here I think I'm going to start, going straight into the big boy. I think at this point I'm like, he didn't actually any negate, he didn't do anything like that. That tells me he may not have anything. So we're going straight into the big boy, which is triple strike, which is revenge. It's technically a dual attack with the combination of the ZX card, You Fool, which has 2 different activate battles. One just restands it by sending a Z energy into your drop. And then the other one is you switch the attack to this card. This card gains 10k power. And then you remove the You Fool from the game. So it's kind of like if you can't grab victory, you have like, you're protected still to some degree. So here we are swinging for game. I don't know. Oh, I actually about to restand it, and I'm just comboing my entire hand off. And I get to a certain point. I think Jason's like, "Yeah, that's it, man." I'm like, "Cool, GG." But yeah, that's Son Goku taking on Vegito. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And yeah, that's it. Bye.